Farming Simulator just announced there's going to be a Farming Simulator VR game coming out solo, and we're going to take a look at it and give you my honest opinion of it. Well, it is here. Farming Simulator, first off, just saying, needed a VR game. It's one of the biggest simulator games, and some of those simulator games already have VR. Farming Simulator should have already had this. I think it is great. It's coming out with a standalone game at launch. Well, it will launch February 28th. That's great. Don't get me wrong. It should have been out, should have happened probably last time. I think they could have missed the mobile game and probably done this, and it would have been fine. My problem with it is your game's not even working correctly, and yet we're coming out with a VR game. We can't even get all of our equipment in the game, but yet we're getting a VR game. The words were, we ran out of time to put all the equipment in the game. No crap. You're working on a separate standalone game. Your resources were split the entire time. No wonder we have equipment falling in the ground. No wonder we have issues. No wonder we don't have 60 frames per second. Now we do, but it took 3 extra months. It's not surprising the state of Farming Simulator 25 now that we see this. They literally pushed aside the quality of the game and the resources that they had to make a game for VR. Now, again, definitely should be a thing. I'm not saying it shouldn't be. Now, understanding how the VR works, it only works on PC. And you have to have a Quest headset. It's not going to work with any of the others. MetaQuest is the only thing it's going to work with. So, not only are you making it for only a third of the available console/systems that you have a profit in, you're also limiting them to people that have a VR headset already or that is potentially going to buy one, and also limiting them on the only headset it will work for. You can't have any other headset besides the Quest. So even if it's a perfect split, say that 33% of players are PC players, but only half of those have VR headsets or are going to buy one. So you're looking at 15 to 18%. Then they have to have the right headset to use and be willing and wanting to play Farming Simulator in VR. Yeah. I don't know about this. I think it looks great. Some of the screenshots we got are great. The video is great. If you want to check out the video, if you go to the Farming Simulator website, you can click on the video right here. I'm not going to watch it. I've already watched it. Feel free to go and check it out. You can do a good amount. You can actually handle crops. You can drive. You can customize vehicles. Yeah, you can literally pick up tomatoes and pick them off the vine. Some things that I wish, honestly, Farming Simulator had. It's cool. There's some equipment. Obviously, it's not going to be a huge game. VR, obviously, usually are smaller games with just some equipment. You can do what you need to do. They say Case is going to be there, Class, Fent, John Deere, some others. So you're going to be able to drive. You're going to be able to do things. It's going to be definitely a learning experience for them because I'm sure there's going to be some issues just in the VR way of, things not lining up properly. I've played a couple of VR games where it's a different beast sometimes. So glad it's a thing. I'm not saying that that's a bad idea. I don't think your fan base is willing to put in that much into this game. And I think that especially console players that are still playing FS22 because FS25 is either broken for them or has so many crashes that it's really not fun for them. I think that's an issue. I think Giants kind of mismanaged this one. Just think, if we didn't have Farming Simulator VR coming out, yeah, we would have probably had a quarter more of the team. There's about 2,500 employees that Giants have. Some of them are coders. Some of them are designers, and you probably at least put, I would say, 25% of those into this game and had 75 on the main game. Just imagine if we had those 25. I mean, that's over 600 people extra to fix a game before launch. That's a big deal. And even if this was developed, say, after launch, then yeah, you're looking at updates that could have been out earlier. It could be a different beast. So honestly, horrible timing. They should have done what they did with mobile and release it, the next year, late the next year. It should have been FS26 VR and just released it later. That way it wouldn't seem like they just ran out of time on the main staple and their most profitable income in a game for a VR game that is going to be based off of maybe 10%, 12% of their whole fan base. Let's go Giants.